To make our iPhone holder, we need a few things. You're going to need a cutting tool for your clay. You're going to want to have some water and, again, a toothbrush. An old toothbrush works great. Maybe a sponge if you have it, but you can always just use your little water on your fingers and rub it smooth. And of course, clay. This is gonna be the first thing we're gonna start with is your clay. And it's about the size of a little smaller than a lacrosse ball, but larger than a golf ball. And we need to start with just a pinch pot. So the first thing I do is form it into a ball, and like so. Then you want to find center of one part and push your thumb in, and not all the way through, but almost to the other edge. You want to leave a good gap. Now, to make a pinch pot, you're using the flat part of your fingers here and you're pressing against it with your thumb, and you're just going little by little around and around, not too hard because it just gives the time for the clay to shape when you go little by little. If you press super hard, you might tear the clay or make it rip. So just go little by little, and we're just gonna start our top of make a pinch pot. So that's pretty good. The walls are thick. They're not super thin. And again, that's a pretty good shape for my start. What we need to do, I think the animal I chose is a whale. And I'm gonna put this, and I can push out one end of it, make it a little flatter, so see how it's flat and then tapers off a little bit here. And so that's gonna, so the next part I have to think about is the tail. This is actually gonna be a whale. I'm going to kind of shape it so that it's a little more round and flat here, and then tapers down a little bit towards the back a little. So it looks more like the head of a whale. And now I have to attach the tail. So I'm gonna get another piece of clay, and if it's hard, you can always wedge it in your hand, just squeezing it, and it warms up. It's kind of nice, it's easier to use. And I'm gonna start thinking of the shape of my whale tail. It goes flat at the end. I'm gonna pinch in here, and then I wanna make the flutes of my whale, which is that, and the tail part. So you can see those are starting to come together. Water is very helpful. And again, it's just a lot of trial and playing around so you think you have what you like for a shape. I think I like it like that. Just a graceful flute tail of a whale. And I can, again, smooth out some cracks if I want. Look at all three sides, because again, this is sculpture, it's 3D. And I'm gonna see how these look. So that's pretty good for my whale tail. It looks like it's moving. Now I need to attach the tail to the whale. And to do so, I'm gonna use my toothbrush and a touch of water, and I'm gonna dab. And this, what this does is it creates some slip, but it also creates a scoring action, which in my mind looks like Velcro. And if you think of how Velcro work, all those little things grab each other. And I'm gonna do it to the place where I'm attaching my tail. So you have to do it to both ends. Velcro doesn't work unless you have both pieces of Velcro. And taking my tail, I can press it together and it will make a nice juncture. I can wiggle this, it's not gonna come off because again, I slipped and scored. And the last thing I wanna do is create my holder. So this is gonna hold the base of my phone. And this will be the front of my whale. Now I can add in more details. I can smooth out what I need to smooth out. I could add some eyes, a little mouth, and whatever I want to change or correct, just smooth it out with a little bit of water on your finger. Say I put the eye where I didn't want it, I would just smooth it out. You can use pencils, you can use the tip of a pencil, anything you want. And we will let this dry. For some reason, if your tail's too heavy, we can put something to hold it up while it dries. One great thing is a paper towel, and those are always super helpful to hold things. Maybe you need to hold it under here, that's fine too. So whatever works for you.